what's going on? Amir here from Adonis Athletics for another little quick tip. There's a notion that, or just a thing that I notice from time to time where people get their program and say the program says, you know, 3 sets of 10 on whatever exercise. And then they'll just pick a weight and they'll do 3 sets of 10 without any kind of regard for the intensity that they had to put out. Now, if your goal is whether it's strength or, you know, to build muscle, or to even lose body fat, you know, through, let's just say, a circuit style training or something like that. The intensity of what you're doing needs to be present at a minimum cutoff. Otherwise, the disturbance that you're causing to the system is not going to be enough. By the system, I mean the body system. Because there needs to be enough of a disturbance to the body system for there to then be an improvement in something. For there to be a signaling of the different processes in the body without complicating it too much, so that the body says, okay, we need to improve on this and get better at this, right? Volume is obviously a big factor, it's king. So there needs to be enough volume for, you know, adequate hypertrophy improvements. There needs to be enough volume for adequate strength improvements and things like that. But especially hypertrophy speaking, there needs to be also adequate intensity in terms of going at least close to failure, if not failure. Going to failure is definitely not a necessity for inducing hypertrophy, for making muscles bigger, but going at least close to it is, because not only does there need to be enough volume, which is its own case, its own thing, but there needs to be enough of a mechanical tension on the muscles. There needs to be enough of metabolic stress on the muscles. And these things all cause different signalings within the body to then get the body to sort of switch on and be able to increase its rate of protein synthesis, right? Rebuilding muscle. So for example, I'll give you an example. Let's say you get a program and you read the program and it says tricep pushdowns for 3 sets of 10, okay? And you get people who do this. They go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that was 10 reps, right? So they're like, okay, that was 10 reps, that's my first set done. Obviously, I could have done much more there. That was not a challenge. So for me, somebody of my current experience level, my current strength level, that is not going to be enough. For somebody else who is a beginner and, you know, say a lightweight beginner female, that weight might be plenty. It may be much harder, in which case it's fine. But for me, that's not going to do anything. That's not even a warm-up. So for me to get further progress and further gains, especially in terms of like hypertrophy, coming from a 3 sets of 10, I need to increase that weight. I can't count that as a set. That's not going to do anything. That's a waste of time for me to count that as one of my working sets. So I need to go up. It needs to look like something. Say, for example, to give you an idea of how hard it should, like I said before, as a rule of thumb, it should be, if not failure, then at least close to failure, right? Something that's hard. That's maybe, you know, you got maybe 2, maybe 3 more reps left in the tank, and that's it. So let's try this way out. Starting to get hard, but still not quite hard yet, right? You saw the difference. I was just trying to demonstrate for you the difference in the speed of the movement. So as you could see in the second one with more weight, it was much more of a struggle. The speed was slower, and I had to work for it more. But still, towards the end of it, there was still much more left in the tank. So if I was going to be honest with myself, still I wouldn't pick that as a set. I would have to go up again, maybe another 1 or 2 notches, and try that out. And once I get to a weight where 10 reps feels like it was tough, where I was close to failure or came to failure, then that's my hypertrophy set. That's my first set, my first working set, and then I'll progress from there. And that's how you should do it. And so the rule of thumb is obviously to have, firstly, the right amount of volume programmed into your training program. And then secondly, to make sure that the intensity that you're applying is correct for the purpose that you're trying to do. So if it's for hypertrophy, you need to be coming close to failure, if not failure. For strength training, definitely not. You don't want to be pushing to failure, but still there needs to be a reasonable amount of intensity there for that purpose, for that part of the program, depending on where you are within the programming season. Hopefully that makes sense. If you've got any questions, let us know. Amir, Adonis Athletics, over and out.